Hey guys, I'm Oren, the youth pastor at the Vineyard Church, and welcome to another video morning wake up. Today I want to talk a little bit about fear. We all have fear in our lives, and I want you to think about something that you might fear. Some of us fear things like spiders or dogs, elevators or heights. Some of us have fears that pertain a little bit more to our daily life, such as a fear of something going on with a family. Maybe we have a family member who's sick. Maybe we're fearing about our parents getting a divorce. And some of us even have a fear when it comes to sharing the gospel with our friends. And so I want to tell you a little bit about my fear growing up. When I was in the middle school, high school, I remember having this fear, believe it or not, of being called on in class. Sounds silly, I know. Maybe some of you even have that same fear, but mine was deeper rooted than just that fear. It was a fear of how people are going to view me socially. I was always fearful of, what if I get called on in class to give an answer and I don't know the answer? Am I going to seem stupid? Are people going to think I'm dumb? Or even still, maybe I'm going to be called on to read. Well, what if I stutter over my words? Are people going to make fun of me? Are they going to laugh at me? And so I want to tell you that if you have fear, it's okay. You're in good company. The disciples had fear as well. There's a story that we're going to cover today, and it's in Matthew 8, and it's about the disciples fearing a storm when they were in a boat with Jesus. And so in Matthew 8, verse 23, it says, "Then he got into his boat, Jesus, and his disciples followed him. Without warning, a furious storm came up on the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him, saying, 'Lord, save us. We're going to drown.' He replied, 'You of little faith, why are you so afraid?' Then he got up and rebuked the winds and rebuked the waves, and it was completely calm. And the men were amazed and asked, 'What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him.'" And you see, sometimes I feel like in life we lose that perspective that even the winds and the waves obey him. And we're so focused on allowing things like whatever makes us fearful, whatever makes us anxious, and we allow them to dictate how we act or what we do in life. And see, the problem with that is when we allow things like that to dictate what we do in life, we lose focus that Jesus is always with us, that the presence of God is always around us. You see, with these disciples, when they said, we're fearful, we're going to drown, we're going to die, and Jesus responds to them, he says, "You have little faith. You have little faith. Why are you so afraid?" You see, Jesus was basically saying to them, do you honestly think anything would happen to you while I'm here with you, while you're in my presence? A challenge that I have for you guys, I want you to go out there. I want you to think about what you specifically fear. And I want you to understand that as long as you have committed your life to following Christ, you have the presence of God with you. In fact, the Holy Spirit is nonstop dwelling around you and working within you. You have the power to overcome that fear. Because when we go to Jesus, instead of saying, "Jesus, we're dying, we're going to drown, this thing that we're afraid of is going to overtake us," instead, if we were just to go to Jesus and say, "I know you're greater than any problem that we face. I know you're greater than anything we'll ever come across. But please give me the encouragement and the motivation to get through this," I guarantee you, you're going to have peace over that situation. And so, like I said, your challenge this week, I want you to go out and I want you to identify what you're fearful of. And once you identify what you're fearful of, I want you to understand that the presence of God is always around you and you have no reason to fear. Because as long as you have God, there is nothing that can hurt you eternally, and there's nothing that can take you out of the grasp of the Father. And so that's all I have for you guys today. Just remember, like I said, you're encountering anything, turn to God first. Turn to God first and look for that encouragement. And as you walk your walk throughout the week, please remember, always put him first. Have a good one. Till next time. See you.